ahead and get started. If you can all get yourselves ready with a yoga mat or some type of cushion for underneath, that would be great. I'm going to spotlight Tracey's video. She'll be nice and big on the screen. So if you set your view to the speaker view, she will appear nice and big on your screen. So I highly suggest doing that so that way you can all hear and see her clearly. Make sure you also have some water close by for any water breaks, or if you need to stop at any point to take a water break, feel free to go ahead and do that. So Tracey, thank you so much for being with us on this Monday. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Amelia. I know you guys can't see my head too good because of the sun, but the sun's going to slowly move and you'll be able to see my head a little bit better in a couple of minutes. As usual,
I just like you just the way you are, even if we can't see you.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so if you guys are ready, maybe you're gonna sit on a little cushion or something that's comfortable. If you're in your chair, that's fine too. And I'm gonna ask you to just close your eyes for a couple of minutes. Maybe you wanna bring your hands to your heart. Again, you can close your eyes and let's begin to focus on our breathing. And see if you can feel the sensations of your breath right around your nostrils as the breath comes in and out of your nose. Feel that sensation. Maybe your mouth is slightly open. Maybe your mouth is closed. But feel the breath through your nose, breathing in and out. And see if that sensation doesn't create a calming effect. You start to feel calm and centered. And as you focus on your breathing, I invite you to take a moment. As we've just moved into spring, and we had the spring equinox this week.
Hi, Robert. Can you just join?
That I invite you to think of an intention, a positive energy that you'd like to bring into your life for spring. So we know that the flowers and the plants start to bloom in the spring. The light gets brighter, the days are longer, and it's all about new life and new energy. So just think about it. You don't have to say it out loud. You can certainly type it in the chat if you want. What new energy might you want to bring into your life for spring? And maybe you just keep it in there for yourself. Think about what it is. Doesn't matter. If you want to share it, you can type it in. And so as we're taking some deep breaths and thinking of these spring intentions, positive energy coming into our life in whatever way, we're going to begin our practice with some rounds of making the sun. And so it's kind of our offering to the universe for bestowing these blessings on us, these intentions. So let's begin by breathing upward, reaching towards the sun with the arms. And then on your exhale, stretch your arms down slowly towards the earth. Hands to the heart. Inhale up, stretching towards the sun. And exhale, slowly bringing the arms down. Again, we'll breathe up. Inhale, reaching towards the sun. Exhaling all the way around. One more time, all right? You have to let a lot of positive energy come in. So inhale up. Exhale all the way down. And bring your hands back into your heart for a moment. Take a couple more breaths. And we're going to interlace our fingers. Now take a deep breath and push your palms forward and reach the arms up towards the sky. Taking a deep breath and stretching up. And feel how your whole body and your spine and all the parts of your body are just growing tall and long and lengthening. Reaching up. Then send your arms all the way down again, slowly towards the ground. So let's take a little side bend. Take your left arm and reach it all the way up. And then bending over to your right, reaching over. You can walk your right arm out and stretch to the side and just take some full breaths here. Really deep breaths, reaching over. Big side bend. Feeling that stretch in your body. Now let's slowly come up and bring the hand back down to the floor. Now take your right arm and lift that one up. And exhale, bending over to the left side. Again, you want to take some deep breaths here. And you can always feel that sensation of your breath around your nose. And that'll help you with your concentration. Just staying focused as you're breathing. If your arm gets tired, you can put it down or you can keep reaching, extending. Good. Let's come all the way back to the earth with that arm. Stretching it down. I don't know how many of you have a dog in front of you, but I do. So I'm going to have to do yoga around my dog. So I'm going to have you guys bring your feet together. So your feet are touching in our cobbler pose. Let's do a few butterflies, warming up. You can bring your knees up and down, up and down. You want to try to go slowly here to warm up your hips. If it bothers you doing it, or if you're sitting in a chair and you can't do it, that's okay. Do whatever you can do tonight. Whatever you can do is good. And then those of you that are sitting down on the floor, you're going to drop your knees down and hinge from your hips and come into a gentle forward fold. And maybe you drop your head all the way down towards your feet. Maybe your head's nowhere near your feet. Either way, it's okay. Close your eyes. Feel the breath around your nostrils. And take those deep breaths in and out. Somebody's snoring. I'm not going to say who. You might hear him snoring soon. All right, let's lift up out of that stretch. And I'd like you to take your left leg and open your left leg over to the side if you can. And the right foot can come closer to your body as you stretch your left leg out. We're going to do another side bend. Okay, so take a breath and lift your right arm up and bend again over to your side. And your left arm is going to stretch down towards your ankle or your foot. And get that nice big stretch in your body. Again, if you're sitting in a chair, you can still stretch your arm across. Again, you're going to focus on your breathing through your nose. Nice deep breaths. And on the inhale, let's come all the way back up, lower that arm. Now this left knee, bend the knee and bring the foot behind you so that the knee comes down towards your right foot. You remember animal stretch? So turn to your right side, take a breath, and walk out just like a cat, stretching out, and bring your head down towards the floor, getting a good full stretch in. So again, you can close your eyes, drop your head down, take some full breaths, feel this gorgeous stretch. Just feel all of the parts of your body that are involved in this stretch. Sometimes you feel it more in your back, sometimes more in your leg or your hip. All right, one more breath. And then press up, walking, lifting your body, coming all the way up. Now the left leg's going to come out straight in front of you, and your right foot's going to be at the inner thigh, and we'll go into a forward fold. Inhale, both arms over your head, reaching all the way up. And with an exhale, fold over, reaching for your leg. So you can hold your ankle or your foot, and then let your head drop down and close your eyes. And feel your breath flowing in and out. Just a nice steady breath. Remember, you can come back to the sensation around your nose. What do you feel when you're breathing? Do you feel the breath coming in through the nostrils and back out? One more deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, inhale all the way up again, reaching towards the sky, and lower your arms on that exhale. Very nice. Come back into cobbler pose. Pull your feet together again so that they're touching. Maybe some faster butterflies, maybe your knees, hips, maybe things are starting to open up a little bit. So we're going to fold forward again. When you're ready, if you want to take that forward fold, drop your head and fold forward. And focus on stretching your lower back. I think almost everybody can enjoy a stretch for their lower back. Well, even if you're seated in a chair, you can fold forward and drop your head. Right? Most of you can do that. We'll take a couple more deep breaths in and out. Good. All right, let's come up and do our other side. We've got to get into the right leg now and stretch that out. So bring the right leg over to the side. Let's start there first and pull your left foot closer. We'll do the little side bend again. All right, so you're going to take your left arm all the way up and then bend over towards your right foot, reaching over with your arm, extending into your side. Right, so finding that stretch and finding your deep breath. And can you feel that stretch all the way down your side? Opening up. So just taking that a couple more breaths and stretching over. And we're going to lift back up. So come all the way up and lower your arm. Okay, so let's bend the right knee. And we're going to bring the foot behind us and drop the knee down so it's right next to your left foot. For animal stretch. So turn to your left, take a deep breath, and start walking out like a cat, right? Stretching down, bring your forehead down or rest. So I also have a block. If you have like one of those foam blocks, you could let your head rest on that. All right, so one more breath in that stretch. And lift up, walking out of the pose. Wonderful. Here we go in our half forward fold. Bring your leg forward now. Remember, your left foot's going to be into the inner thigh, and we're going to stretch forward. So deep breath, bring both arms over your head. And bend forward, slowly reaching down your leg, coming into the forward fold. I feel that gorgeous stretch all the way down your back. Nice big stretch. Full breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy this big stretch. All right, here we go. Let's walk back up slowly. Lifting up. And we're going to come to our hands and our knees up into table pose. Okay, so come on up. Your hands and knees in table position. Spreading out your fingers. Now, if you can't come onto your hands and knees, if you're in a chair, you can do some of these in a chair too. We're going to do our cat and cow. Lift your head and tailbone upward on your inhale. Now you can still arch your back in a chair. And then with your exhale, start to tuck your head and tail under, rounding your back. So we inhale up, arching our back, and exhale under, tucking the tailbone. So these are inhaling, arching up to your cow pose, and tucking under into cat. And let's do a few more nice, slow breaths. One more time, up and down. Now let's take our child's pose. If you open your knees and bring your toes together, you can sit back on your heels, maybe not in a chair, but those of you on the floor, stretch out and bring your forehead down. All right, everybody, lift back up. And as you come back up, let's take a minute and stretch our left leg over to the side. Again, you're going to bring your left leg over to the side. He moved out of my way. All right. And look and make sure that the foot is in line with your other knee. Okay. And then go into some of your cat and cow again, rolling your spine up and down. Nice, slow cat and cow. One more time. And then when you look back up, you're going to take your left leg and bring it back and over to the right side. And then turn your head to the right and look over your shoulder and see if you can see your foot back there. Give yourself a little twist. Okay, bring that leg back and let's do our other side. So take your right foot over and line up the foot with your other knee, your left knee. Foot should be flat, and do some of your cat and cow, rolling your spine. Maybe just a couple, maybe 2 or 3. And then looking up, we're going to stretch the right leg back and over to your left side and turning your head looking back at that foot. See if you can find that foot now. Can you see it over your shoulder? And let's bring our leg back. All right, are you ready for downward facing dog? So I know that a couple of you, this is your favorite pose. So you're going to make sure your fingers are spread and you're going to tuck under your toes. And then if you're ready for down dog, push your hips all the way to the sky and drop your head. Now you can bend one knee and push the other heel to the floor. And we call this walking the dog. You push one knee down, then one heel down, then the other. Walking the dog. And then come back down onto the knees. And we're going to come down all the way to the belly. So come down on your forearms and walk your legs back. And again, if you're in a chair, just hang out or do a couple things on the belly. So press your arms into the yoga mat and look up. Can you get those elbows down on the floor? And you can push your elbows down. Maybe even make 2 fists and just push the elbows down and look up. You can keep your hands up or on the ground. And let's take a little turn of your neck. So look back for that left foot again. And then turn and look back for your right foot. See if you can see your feet. It's just a little test. Sometimes we can see them, sometimes we can't. All right, look forward again. So now we're going to try just a little energy. Stretch out your arms in front so they're stretched out. And we're going to raise one arm and one leg off the floor. So let's start by raising our left arm and our right leg, opposite arm and leg. Left arm and right leg lift. And I want you to see if you can still breathe through your nose. Can you still feel that sensation of the breath with your nostrils? Okay, bring that side down. I know that's difficult. We have to work a little bit. So let's bring our right arm up and our left leg off the floor. Again, coming into some deep breathing. Feel your breath around your nose. And lower your arm and your leg. Maybe we can take a crocodile pose and drop our head down and rest our head. In crocodile, some people like to bend their knees and take their feet from side to side and just rock a little bit. All right, put your legs flat on the floor and bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Bend your elbows, bring your hands under your shoulders. Now keep your legs on the floor and lift your chest and maybe push up with your arms into cobra pose. Lifting up so you can stay low or you can go up high. Keep your legs on the ground, bending back. It's a big heart opener, big back bend. And come all the way back to the floor. Come back into your crocodile for a minute. Lower your head. You can still let your feet go side to side, or the legs can rest. Okay, hands underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath and push all the way up. Let's do one more downward facing dog pose. So fingers flat, lift your hips up to the sky, drop your head down. Downward facing dog. And we're going to lower our knees back down to the earth. And if you're able to sit back on your feet, go ahead and sit back. Now, not everyone can sit on their feet. So if it's hard for you, swing your legs all the way around and take a comfortable seated pose. So maybe you want to sit cross-legged. That's fine. Or back on your heels. Let's roll our shoulders a couple of times. Roll the shoulders up and around a couple of times. All the way around. And the next time you roll around, take your arms out and around behind your back and see if you can clasp your hands behind your back. And looking upward, lift your chest and look towards the sky or towards the sun. I think my head's in the sun again, in the sunlight. Maybe if I go over here. And the hands are behind the back and we're looking up. Really get that big opening in your chest and your neck. Good. Release your hands and bring them around in front. So now we're going to try our eagle arms. So bring your arms in front and put your right arm under your left arm and either hold your shoulders or bring your hands up in front so that they're together in front of you. So either the eagle arm or holding your shoulders is another good way to stretch, either way. Good. One more breath. Now stretch out your arms again and let's do our other side. Bring them forward, bring your left arm under, either grab your shoulders or bring your palms together, hands together and up into eagle arms. You see that? Okay, good. Deep breathing. All right, go ahead and release those arms. And we're going to take another deep breath and stretch our arms up towards the sun again. And this time, slowly bring your hands down to your heart. Let's think of our spring energy, the new beginnings, what's coming in, what's blooming. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale, reach towards the sun. And exhale your hands down to your heart. What are we bringing in? Inhale, reach up. Spring is new beginnings. Bring your hands slowly down into your heart. Very nice. Okay, I think we can bring our legs around again. Maybe they're getting tired. Stretch out your legs, give them a little shake and wake them up a little bit. So hands are going to come behind your back and we're going to go into figure 4. So the left foot's going to come over to the right leg on top of the right thigh and then flex your foot. So when your hands are behind your back, you can stay right here in figure 4, or you can bring your right foot to the floor and scoot in and come into a bigger stretch. And some of you have that deep flexibility, right? So walk your hands in and get your chest close to your leg and your knee, or keep your legs straight, whatever you want to do tonight. Again, this is something that's tricky in the chair, but some folks are able to put one foot on the other thigh in a chair in a seated pose. You can try it. And if you can't put it on your thigh, you can cross your ankles. So pull in for another breath. I see some of you getting there. Good. All right, so now we're going to scoot back out and stretch our legs, put them on the ground, shake them out, and we'll do our other side. All right, so you can bring your right foot to your left leg or thigh and flex your foot. Remember, if you're seated in a chair, if you can do this, great, or cross your ankles. Hands are behind the back. If you want, you can bring your foot to the floor and scoot in a little tighter and come into this pose. It's a little challenging. It's a really nice stretch. If you don't like it, you can come out of it, or at least you can give it a good try, right? All right, so another breath, deep breath in and out. And then we're going to stretch out. Bring our legs down and stretch out with our legs. And I'm going to invite you to come down onto the floor with me. So come all the way down. And when you come down, you're going to stretch your arms back and your legs out in front and take a full body stretch, reaching through your arms and your legs. And feel that big, beautiful stretch in your body. So now let's pick up our right knee and reach up with your hands and pull your right knee into your body. So you can reach under or above the knee and squeeze it in. And even if you're sitting in a chair still, you can lift your right knee up and pull it into your belly. And just take some deep breaths here, squeezing the leg in. Squeeze that leg to your belly. Feel your belly and your leg touching. Just take a couple deep breaths. All righty, so we're going to switch our legs, put the right leg down and pick up your left leg, hug it into your belly, reach again under or above the knee and squeeze it into your tummy. And take some really deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then release that leg. And you're going to put both of your feet on the floor and open your arms. And let your knees go side to side like windshield wipers, just gently going over to one side and back to the other. You can turn your head with it if you want, or you can keep the head nice and still. It's up to you. Get that nice stretch going. And then you're going to come back to stillness and come onto your back. And you can do one last stretch if you want to pick up both knees and squeeze them tight into your belly. You can even pick up your head and tuck in like you're going into a cannonball if you want to. Take another breath. And then go ahead and lower the head and lower the legs. And we're going to stretch out one more time. Reach through your arms and your legs. Stretch out one more time. So now bring your arms to your sides, palms facing up. Relax your legs. Maybe make a snow angel. You remember how to do a snow angel? Open your arms and your legs. And then close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and notice the breath around your nose. You feel that breath around your nostrils. And notice that breath flowing in and out. Close your eyes. So let's relax all the muscles in our body. And let's start first. If you want to do a little progressive relaxation, I want you to make a fist with your right hand and lift your right arm off the floor and squeeze all the muscles in the right arm. And then let it come down to the floor. Then make a fist with your left hand, lift your left arm up off the floor, squeeze all the muscles, and let it come down to the floor. Okay, now you do your right leg. So squeeze the toes on your right foot, lift your right leg, and squeeze all the muscles in your right leg, and let it come to the floor. And then with the left leg, squeeze the toes and lift the leg off the floor. Squeeze all the muscles in the left leg and bring it to the floor. So now let's do both arms and both legs. Squeeze, make fists, lift up, and drop them to the floor. And then totally relax all the muscles in your body, even the muscles in your face and your belly. Let everything go. Totally relax here. And maybe even let go of all of your thoughts and relax your mind. All right, guys, let's start to wiggle our fingers and our toes. You can roll over onto your right side and come into sleeping child's pose. And when you're ready to sit up, use your left hand to push your body upward and come up to a seated pose again. Any comfortable seated pose. Bringing your hands to your heart in front of you. Closing your eyes, dropping your head down. And let's just take a couple of moments here. Again, you have that option of thinking of your spring intention and what energy we're inviting in with the newness of spring. Maybe it's a new habit. Maybe it's doing a little spring cleaning something out we've been meaning to clean out. Maybe you're gonna try a different, healthier way to eat. Something you want to bring in for spring. So take a moment to think about what that is. And we're going to put it out again to the universe. So let's take a nice deep breath. And one more time, reach the arms up towards the sun. Reach up. Bring the arms all the way down towards the earth. And then we'll finally bring our hands to our heart as we finish our practice tonight. So thank you all so very much for stopping in for yoga and doing this for yourself. I hope you feel more relaxed.
Thank you. Thank
Feel
you.
stretched.
Namaste.
Thank you, Tracy.
Namaste, everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank
you, Tracy.
Namaste.
That was amazing. Thank you very much.
It's like I
Hi,
got the
Tracy.
sun coming in my window, just like you
Bye.
are.
Bye.
Namaste. Thank you, Tracy. I am going to give everyone today's code word for mindfulness, which is spring. SPRING.
See you, Tracy. I'm just gonna have my dinner.
Thank you, Tracy, and have a great night, everyone.
Miss Tracy, wait. Miss
Bye-bye.
Tracy.
Hey. Good night. Bye,
Bye.
Amelia. Bye, Tracy.